Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Attano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There, you're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No. Someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Attano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Yuhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector, how naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Can't still my heart. You in cold marble. Corvo Atano, how handsome you are for a man of your age. And how long had you hidden the mark of the outsider? I expect it's a wonderful story.
I'll lock him in the Empress's chambers, and then I'll bring him to Coldridge Prison until his trial. My father lost it all. Sent me to the City Watch, one step above begging. You think I had to take your orders? Corvo Atano, son of a Zirconan tradesman.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lord Corvo, what happened?
That'll be all, Captain Mayhew. Oh, so that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half? There's a legend in the City Watch, the Empress's last resort, the safe room inside your daughter's chambers, is holding enough gold to buy an island. And they say this is one of the only two keys.
What happened? Alexei, the throne room, Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here. Dunwall always has a way of turning sour. Just
Is Lady Emily all
There's a
right?
coup underway. She's imprisoned for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Maybe through Emily's safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for you. Get away and help Emily.
I'm sorry, Captain Mayhew. Goodbye. These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos. Disloyal dogs.
Throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. So exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural...
Who's anyone here? Show yourself! You're done!
Nothing will stop me.
You're so dead!
stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the King and Queen of Morley, did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, the cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain. Ramsey's family fell from the aristocracy, and apparently the man holds a grudge. How it's anyone else's fault, that's beyond me. But one way or another, Ramsey is too dangerous to be left in play. Nothing will stop me from bringing you home, Emily. Anton Sokolov made this lock. Now you've got what you wanted, Ramsey. The Imperial Suite atop. Out into the world once more. How many people had forgotten this mask? The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here. Samuel Beechworth made this. Wonder what advice he would have about today. Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks. I've got to get out of Dunwall. Delilah turned Emily to stone. I will find a way to make her flesh again. Traitorous dog. I need to find a ship.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters and... Who's running around? I'll help you look around.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Wonder what I'm dealing with.
That's Corvo! He's loaded!
You finally know your place. Someone. Wonder what I'm dealing with. Hey! Something moved. I swear I saw Pretty sure of it.
That's Corvo Atano! He can't escape! He won't! You're scary there! I'm not impressed! You aren't going anywhere! He's dead!
This won't take long.
You aren't going anywhere! That's Corvo Atano! You're surrounded! He can't escape! Think you're being quiet?
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Today on this sad anniversary...
Where's there?
I'll have a look over there.
What's happening now?
What's going on here? I don't want to die.
Over there! On the stairs! Who's running around over there? He won't go far!
Huh? What?
The road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
Locked? What am I supposed to do now?
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
I don't know that ship. Maybe the captain can help.
Trust me, you don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along.
I can't do first the shortage of whale oil, then the murders. Now, what's ever going on tonight?
Down here in Dunwall.
Leave it to the Hatter gang to try to profit from the chaos of this coup.
Anyone here? Show yourself.
There's some kind... Lord Protector, forgive me for saying it, but you look like death warmed over.
It's been an unusual day. There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know Anton. The Duke's here with a woman named Delilah who's seized the throne. They have Emily, and I barely got out. For now, I have to get away, recover my footing.
Bad things always seem to happen in Dunwall. Feels like the end of the world.
I need to get to Karnaca, where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
The dreadful whale will get you there. Should we go?
Let's go. Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow. I remember this endless cold.
Corvo, old friend. Do I even have to say it? You've lost another Empress. Delilah was born a pawn, but now she's got the throne. 15 years ago, the assassin Dad could have warned you about her if you'd bothered to ask, but you were too busy for questions. Times have changed, Corvo, and you haven't been watching the dark corners of the world. Maybe living in a palace has made you soft. What happens when you push a man farther than he ever thought he could go? Does he snap? And what happens when he tries to go home? Maybe you'll finally learn what it feels like to kill an Empress. Dad could have told you about that, too.
I felt this so long ago. The void. It was still there all along. Never thought I'd be here again. Now I'm going to save my daughter and win back her throne. There you are, my love.
Do you remember?
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Maybe I got lazy. Fell asleep at my post. Somehow everything I love is at risk. Again. Last time I saw Karnaca, I was just 18, boarding a ship bound for Dunwall. It was dawn and I'd been up all night dancing 3 sheets to the wind. I was puffed up with the old Duke's favor, and I thought I was the greatest swordsman the Isles had ever known. For over 3 decades, I've lived in a palace, watching over the people I love. I've had an empress die in my arms, and raised another from birth. Who would have thought I'd come back home, the most wanted man in the Isles, following the trail of a monstrous killer? What would that 18-year-old think of me now?
Must be Kurt. You're up.
All right, you've explained part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide, but Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready. Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
Hello there.
You know that was supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you.
Conducted in the name of the former Empress, Emily Cole, and carried out by the former Royal Protector, Corvo Attano. The Grand Serkonan Guard will be stopping and questioning all foreigners and new workers on the streets.
Hey, come here. My name's Mindy Blanchard. And that mask tells me you're someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Want to help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Adamire Institute. Can you help?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
You want me to bring you a corpse? What's the story there?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll consider it.
Bloodflies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
It's infested, all right. We used to throw rocks at these nests when I was young. Just go slow and mind the distance. Easy.
of these. They're all bad people, like I told you.
What are you covering your face for?
If the Grand Guard comes in, I don't know you. Welcome. Your face is no concern of mine. Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear.
I need a nap.
You won't regret it. Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
I'm a wanted man again. Welcome home.
Please, you gave me no
Wall
choice.
of light from the time of the rat plague.
Impossible! No use running! Go back to the void, monster!
Please, you gave me no choice.
Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it.
Wall of light from the time of the rat plague.
Me!
Huh? What? Help me! Someone! Anyone!
Dig deep, brother. Remember that the profane seeks to hide itself.
It's like I'm talking to a stone wall for all they listen.
You know not the mind of the deviant, for their thoughts are drowned in dark waters.
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge, or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
Just pay the fine and be done with it. No use making trouble.
For even the lowliest. Labor that is rigorous. Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be to craft music boxes at each enclave. Your allegiance here in the city
first and most fiercely.
Instead, they're made in a few locations. How's that?
Something rolls up.
Hello? Is someone there? Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place. I don't have time for that. He's just unconscious.
My mother was so devout, the strictures gave her comfort. Vice Overseer Liam Byrne.
Think you're being quiet?
Here?
I wonder who that was. Brothers, over here! How dare you! Help! Who's
stand
there?
against the faithless any day.
What?
You aren't going anywhere.
Sadistic crown killer.
I'll perform rites over your corpse, blasphemer!
Can't escape. I smell heresy on you. Come at me then. The strictest guide my hand. Can't have gone far.
But strictures. Hey, you. This area's off limits. I'll feed you to the hounds. What's going on? What the? Stop! You are so dead. I smell heresy on you. I'll feed you to the hounds.
What's going on?
Until I drop. There ain't enough coins in the world to make it worth it.
Is someone there?
He's not feeling well.
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else. Maybe. Until then, we stay where we are.
Hey, where did you go? Hey, you, come here! Oh, the Abbey!
I smell heresy on you!
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
Huh?
You got it. Good job. Take this.
You said you had a trick for getting closer to Adamire.
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Adamire.
All right, then. This is goodbye.
So now you've been paid, hit the road.
Nah, not this time.
Someone! Protect me!
More Grand Guard soldiers. That's to avoid.
Wonder who that was.
Hello?
That's it. The electricity is off.
I don't have time for that.
This must be the alchemist's apartment. Alexandria Hypatia.
Somebody's not feeling well.
So much misery under tyrants like the Duke. More corpses, more blood flies.
After the horrible failures of my first
Welcome to Winslow Safes. Feel free to have a look.
Every coin I pick up brings me closer to making things right again.
Someone there.
No use
Anyone here? Show yourself.
I'm not in the mood.
Who are you?
Show yourself.
The Addermeyer Institute is my best chance of tracking down the Crown Killer. Alexandria Hypatia turned an old solarium into a center for medicinal knowledge that's famous throughout the Isles. She's an alchemist, brilliant and dedicated to helping the miners in Karnaka and their families. If anyone knows what happened to Sokolov and where this all leads, she will.
Saw something.
Looks like they're doing me.
What? Who's there? Hey. Huh? But there was... Where did... Am I going crazy?
All right, suffer.
I hit hard. The boys! Not in the mood.
Looks
Show
like
yourself.
On
What?
no use running! A vessel here! I'll be damned!
Holly! Some of the men are asking, hello?
Let it go! You won't get away!
See anything interesting?
Let me see. No. Away.
Of course. Otherwise, you might have had a few minutes.
Nobody's on duty. Hey, what happened here?
You make sure she stays where we want. I simply can never leave that. Remember that.
It's just that the other night she went missing, and I still don't see how she got out.
What's going on here? Can't escape!
I know you're here somewhere.
What are you waiting for? Come on!
Wait, where is he?
Shit! Lost him! This won't take long. I think you're clever, huh? You aren't going to take me anyway to win! Strike out! Fight, coward!
Something bad. Maybe it's nothing.
Holy shit! Oh. Where'd you... Wait! He's here! Here you are! How did you do that? Huh? Stop! Die already!
Hard times. Gotta be on the
asking for trouble. Let me guess. That's him again.
Let's finish him!
Then if I eat it, if he eats it, then what?
What are you waiting for? I'll tear you to pieces.
There's probably a master key for the lab somewhere.
Blackouts are worse, and my dreams have taken a turn towards the disturbing. Even rest eludes me. Duke Bell seemed overprotective at first, but increasingly, I'm a prisoner in my own lab.
enjoy watching history warp as words pass from the lips of one to the ears of another. Imperfectly formed, half understood, poorly remembered. In the years to come, the story of the Crown Killer will be twisted and bent, hammered like soft metal. By some accounts, a monster that had to be put down. By others, a victim of treachery, preserved because in the end, you found another way. But you'll always remember the truth, won't you? Your truth, at least.
What's wrong with you?
Dr. Hypatia did this. She's the crown killer. But she's not herself. She developed a serum trying to help the miners. The first version caused horrible changes to her mind. It's too late for me, but maybe you can still save her. She's a good person.
What can I do?
In my safe, in disease treatment, you'll figure out how to make the counter serum help her. The safe code is 704.
I've always wondered what your flesh tastes like, my dear assistant.
She's gone. What happened? I guess Dr. Hypatia's not seeing patients anymore.
Let me guess. That's him again. You don't stand a chance anyway. Did you hear that? Ernst was found guilty of standing in my way.
Give the machine some space.
Is Hamilton in there? How is he?
He's losing it. Yelling nonsense
Why?
for hours.
They
Did
have
you
to know
understand any
something.
of it? Pretty sure I
I'll
saw
look
someone.
around.
I thought I saw someone right here. Let's check the place just... Something's gotta give.
Hello? Anybody? Don't make me
He could be
search the
hiding under
whole
a desk.
place. I don't
Look
have time.
everywhere.
I'm not seeing that.
Come out, wherever you are.
Hopefully it's inside. Vasco's notes.
Really understand it. There's a part of Hypatia that she doesn't even know about. It's always there, riding along in her mind, takes over and forces her.
Disgusting.
Keeps her here and, if I'm right, sends her out on diabolical assignments. Hypatia is the one the newspapers are calling the Crown Killer. She leaves and comes back, leaving bloody footprints. But there's a cure, a counter serum. I'll try to administer it once I get my notes from the safe in disease treatment. Hello? Oh, Alexandria. I was just...
Someone help!
No. You?
Yes, Vasco, my love. You're found out, and now we have some experiments to conduct. Come, I'll make you comfortable.
No!
It's ready.
I'm not seeing anything.
Come on! I don't have time for games. You... Yeah. Here you are. Huh? Stop! No use running! He's here! Won't hurt ya. I'll find you, you know. Wonder who that was.
Let's see what's in here. is missing.
I finally understand it. There's a part of Hypatia she doesn't even know about. It's always here, right?
Disgusting.
More of the original serum with some regularity. The Duke keeps her here and, if I'm right, sends her out on diabolical assignments. Hypatia is the one the newspapers are calling the Crown Killer. She leaves and comes back, leaving bloody footprints. But there's a cure, a counter serum. I'll try to administer it once I get my notes from the safe in disease treatment. Hello? Oh, Alexandria. I was just... No. It's you.
Yes, Vasco, my love. You were found out, and now we have some experiments to conduct.
It's ready.
I'll make you.
I remember my father's workshop. He passed too early.
You're dead. What do I smell here? Rhythm. Blood. No, no, no! Not back to sleep! I won't go. I won't give it back!
Doctor?
Yes. I'm sorry. Something's not right with me. Maybe I contracted something working with infectious samples.
No, someone was poisoning you. But you should be better now. I found some alchemical notes and made a counter serum.
Poisoning me?
Don't worry, I'm going to take care of it. If you need a place to lay low for a few days, come find us. I'm staying with an ally on a boat called the Dreadful Whale.
I need to lie down.
That's the watchtower. Yes. Let's head out for the dreadful whale.
What happened?
Hypatia was the crown killer.
That's impossible.
The Duke tricked her into injecting herself with a flawed version of her serum. It changed her, but there was an antidote, so she'll live. If she remembers the murders, she'll have to deal with that.
And Sokolov?
He's been moved to the house of a man named Kieran Jindosh.
The Duke's grand inventor. Supposedly brilliant.
Another genius. Just what we needed. I need Anton Sokolov, but he's missing. Held by another inventor named Kieran Jindosh, who no doubt wants whatever secrets Sokolov holds in his head. Jindosh is the mad inventor who armed Karnaca with clockwork killing machines, the city where I grew up and trained, where I won the Duke's tournament when I was still a boy. They say the clockwork soldiers are the equal of Karnaca's best fighters now. I'm going to put that to the test. Rescue one genius and cage the other before he creates an army of clockwork soldiers.
Possible the good doctor didn't know. You might want to talk to Hypatia before we head
Dreams
out.
were
She's taking one of the
You're here.
Just for a while.
Stay with me a moment.
Needed to be away from Admire.
Hypatia, what can you remember? I need to find Anton Sokolov. He might be the key to unraveling the Duke's plans.
My memories are disjointed. The Duke is close to his grand inventor, Kieran Jindosh. But that man has the empathy of a mantis. He seems to both admire and despise Sokolov. We visited Aramis Stilton. I liked him. But something bad happened. Just snatches of memory. Sorry.
You should rest easy for a while. Maybe some of that will help.
I hope so. I'm not sure I even fully understand what you did for me.
Megan must be up on deck.
Let's hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
We should head out.
All right, let's get underway. Jindo.
Bridges are crumbling, that people are leaving our cities. But as I look out the windows, look around over there.
I need protection. There's something familiar about you.
I've been away from Karnaca for a long time. I need a rewire tool, like the ones used by the Grand Guard. No questions. Clear?
Yes, sir. But I can't help you right now. I have people coming in, and I can't be responsible for their manners if you take my meaning. Paolo is coming by. See me later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by.
What's going on?
Doctor!
They see you if you try to leave. Find a place to hide and we'll do business afterwards. It's too late to run. I'm begging you, hide until Paolo's gone. He'll hurt you. That's it. Stay out of sight.
This is the Duke of Serkonos. Who else would it be? Malcontents are saying that our bridges are crumbling, that people are leaving our cities. But as I look
Playing dice tonight. You in?
Your face is covered. The Grand Guard won't like that.
Some people are poor, they're lazy.
I'll tell you a story about Kirin Jindosh, a prodigy from Karnaca. Self-taught, he was hailed by the Academy of Natural Philosophy as a genius who would surpass Sokolov and bring about an age of enlightenment. But just 2 years after his arrival, he was banned from the Academy for life, for reasons that are still not public. When they deported him, he left behind a machine that drank seawater, playing music that brought listeners to tears. They probably took it apart, and it has never worked since.
You there! I need your help.
What's going on here?
Someone is asking for trouble over there.
I bet this one's carrying.
What the? Shit! Wait, lost him. Where is he? You're so dead! What's that?
End of the road for you.
Familiar something.
Come on! Let's see how you handle
You're
yourself.
saying something.
Come on! Let's finish! Pay for his death!
Never mind.
Come on. Won't hurt you.
You can't stay hidden forever. What? I'll be damned.
Come back I've got just the thing.
Another of these There's something familiar about you.
I've been away from
You should go. We can do... business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming.
Who do we have here? What's the mask for?
Walk on. You won't like how this ends.
Oh, that's not how it ends? How does it end then? With an old man giving me advice in my own damn city, then being force-fed his ugly mask? Because that sounds like something I'd like a lot.
He's gone. What happened?
That's not Ned! I can't believe you're alive after crossing Paolo.
He talks a good game, but I was putting down his kind when I was 16.
Come in. I might have what you've been asking for. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment. You won't be sorry. A deal well made. A pleasure to do business. I shouldn't deal with strangers. When the Grand Guard go into the place and see it packed solid with butterflies, they burn the building to the ground. And the ones on either side. They may just smoke flash it. Either way, the jewels will be ruined.
Hello? Anybody?
Whale oil. I got it for you. Not easy to pinch either.
No, you screwed up. It won't work without another tank. Not enough blast. You gotta trust me on this.
All right. Never said I did. I'll go out again later and...
Good. You can't rush jobs like this. It's your
See Jindash's mansion from here. The gate's down. I'll need the code. Something bad. Then...
Nothing would ever happen to this city. Give me a handful of the clockworks and I'll clean up the dust district.
I don't know. Maybe the tall boys were better from the
Hey, who are you?
End of the road for you. What? Looking for a fight? I'll be wiping up. Take it. Jindosh could have stayed at the Academy of... All right, I need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov. The space behind the walls.
You think this thing can see what we're doing?
Whatever.
Someone...
Hey, what happened here?
He's out.
It's a long way down.
Increasing oil tank temperature.
diagnostic playback loop.
This must be Jindash's lab.
Can't you do your jobs and protect me, you idiots?
Karen Jindash. What kind of sadistic joke is this? With this machine, maybe you won't have to die after all, Jindash. This must be the electroshock machine.
Rotations. Reintroducing graphite. If this plays, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil. The electroshock machine should work now.
You don't know what you're doing! Anything! I'll give you anything you want! Stop! Don't do this! So much will be lost! An age of advancement!
People like you can't be allowed to run amok.
And if I come back after the final field test, probably. This playback indicates some detection without certainty.
It would have to be you. Perhaps Megan came for you in Dunwall. But Jendosh...
He's alive, but I burned his mind out. Used one of his machines against him.
Well, that's the Corvo I remember.
Moving walls. Most people are happy just doing a job.
We didn't want...
Why would you worry about it?
need some fresh meat, and they're going to get it.
I told her once, I told her 1,000 times. You have to learn the words and say it just right. Otherwise the spell won't work. No matter how many...
You shouldn't be here!
There are crazy stories about Jindash's mansion. Watch. I've heard crazy stories about Jindash's mansion. Watch yourself. Who knows how they've been treating Anton? I think he's older than anyone I've ever met. You did it. How is he?
Frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
All right. Again, but it feels different.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned Emily into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
I told you. When you're older. How's next year?
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Business, well, it's complicated. We'll discuss Sunday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
games in the tower, but at night I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't break it. Would you like to tell me who did? We were just playing.
Lady Jessamine, what's your name?
It was her. Delilah's line. She broke it.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now, it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
The sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination? "15 years ago, the Loyalist conspiracy asked me to kidnap Anton Sokolov, and I did. I took him from his home to the pub we were hiding in, and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? He laughed at us. He told dirty stories, taught Emily more than her governess could in 6 months. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I'm not even sure he knows where he is."
Even in the void, if only I could do more.
Jessamine, Delilah's stronger now.
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
Of course not. She's driving all of this.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and she has Emily. Anton, once we had you in a cage and you dared us to kill you, I need that man back.
Corvo, she's right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, It was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge, but I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
The curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous. As obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for it.
From the Colomar Furniture Workshop.
Think you're going?
Welcome to my shop. Say, an acquaintance of mine is supposed to be holed up in... What a pleasant surprise to see you again. No need to wrap it for you, I suppose. Choice. I'm certain you will be satisfied with your purchase.
Pretty sure I saw someone there. I don't like that. Better have a look.
himself to do because we can He's free and open his wrist for all. To bring you something, a silver stick. We agree?
I came for not doing this. I'll lose my job.
Delilah calls to her name. First of her name. May she reign forever. Traitors. Claim to the throne.
Better have a look.
Treasonous nation skulking in the cold, gloomy north. If they want war, we'll give it to them. No matter how many of you I have to sacrifice. Draconis will fight for Delilah. Fight for the bitter end. To the bitter end.
Did anyone ever find out what happened to Burleton and Lieutenant Coles?
They probably ran off, you ask me. Must have had a...
Look at you, making your way across this shuddering city. Brianna Ashworth would have been miserable as a member of high society, forced to wed some bloated banker. Her only moments of real freedom, getting drunk at fancy balls, and slipping away to couple with strangers. It would have ended in an unhappy marriage and a late-night plunge into an icy river. But just before Mother and Father married her off, so many years ago, she found Delilah instead. It was all highways and graveyards after that, never looking back. Vice Overseer Byrne is an ambitious man, but he believes in the Abbey's mission, protecting the good people of the Empire against the likes of us. You know he'd be happier deep down if this ended with Brianna Ashworth's head on a spike. Maybe yours as well.
No, I'm sure.
By the Grand Circonian Guard. Let me answer all of this travel route at once.
Wicked maidens and hunters of slithering things in the hours before dawn. Former milkmaids and magistrates, come before me and bow, for I am Delilah, your queen.
All hail Delilah. The moon in the sky and the mist lying over the lake like a blanket.
The conservatory. Built around the time I left for Dunwall.
You're going to lose an eye making fun like that.
Back here! I'll grind your skull into a very fine powder and drink it with tea! Make it safe over there! Let go!
gibbering idiot now.
I don't know, Delilah. Forgive me.
But I doubt he's anything more than Never mind. How goes the communion? I am hungry.
It was tiresome to watch. I still have the old lenses and cast-off parts piled in my workshop, but Jindosh finished some time ago. The rest is up to me, learning to use the machine. A tricky thing, touching the void through such a device.
Blood and biscuits. I look forward to using it myself once you're ready.
Will you visit soon?
Perhaps. Runwalk power is mostly in hand. The High Overseer won't be a problem.
Nothing here. Let's have a look around.
Mistress hears you've been looking at her old journals in the Forbidden Archives. She's going to be cross.
Huh? Brianna was busy with something elaborate.
I'm teasing, Tammy. I read it too. Do you think Delilah really could have done that? I've heard the same stories about Paolo the Howler.
What you've heard about Paolo is not the same. He's a street orphan, full of tricks. But I don't think Delilah could do such a thing.
Coming, Beth.